in my first video, you were asking me how I was so comfortable talking on camera, and you wanted some tips to relax and be able to make more flowy, less nervous videos. So here are my tips. Step 1, don't say anything wrong and only say right things. So you have to make sure that every sentence you say is compelling and engaging and right, and it's useful information, and nothing about it is wrong, and nobody in the entire internet disagrees with it. Step 2 is buy really expensive equipment. So buy really good camera gear, really good lighting gear, you know, maybe a ring light or some reflector thingies. And you could also buy a really good microphone, because if you don't worry about these things so much, you'll have more time to relax in your video. And step 3 is be hot, because if you're hot, no one will actually notice any of the things that you're doing that are wrong, and you'll be so good looking that they'll enjoy your video anyway. Okay, that's actually not really the advice that I'm going to give you today. That was just a joke. Please don't take any of that as advice. You will become more anxious and more uncomfortable on camera than you ever were to begin with. So it's all a farce. I mess up quite a bit, and I just edit everything that I mess up out of the video. In this video, you're gonna see a blooper reel, and then you can see what I mean by how often I mess up. Here are my tips for how to appear more comfortable on camera. Tip number 1, I think I gave you this before, is just sit down or stand up, doesn't really matter. Film a video for no reason at all before you actually film your content. So just sit here or stand on your camera and just talk to it, and just talk about anything. Talk about your day, talk about how nervous you are, talk about something stupid. Tell a story that you don't ever plan on sharing with anyone. Just be goofy, be stupid, get it all out. Start off a video with like really nervous energy, or at least I do, and I notice a lot of people, even well-established YouTubers, they all have a vibe where they're more nervous in the beginning, the first half of their videos, and then they really chill out and the flow goes really well towards the end of it. So I always find it really easy to maybe just make a video or start filming the video 10 minutes before you're actually going to start with your content. So you can just cut it all out and actually go on with your content, and you'll be more relaxed. I watch a lot of ASMR, and I find that even the ASMR artists in the first half of their videos, they're not as relaxed as they are towards the end of it. And I find that that even affects the quality of their ASMR. Step 2 is just practice. Practice. I mean, that's like how you get comfortable doing anything. You don't ride a bike and be good at it right away. And I find that if you overthink riding a bike, you're going to end up probably in a ditch. Just take videos every day, talking about your day, or just getting used to being on camera. My third tip for you is don't be afraid to mess up. Don't be afraid to say something stupid or make a stupid face, because the editing feature is there for a reason. Step 4 is to try to drop the formal act. Don't try and be, you know, postured correctly and speaking not out of turn. Don't act like it's a job interview. Just act like you're sending a private, personal message to me, which is technically what we did this channel for. I mean, started this channel for. So just act like I'm the only person that's going to see this, because technically that's true. You say that I'm engaging and it feels like you're in the room with me kind of thing. This is because I'm acting like you are the only one that's going to see this. Don't be so worried about performing. That's when you perform the worst, I find. Not you in particular, but everybody. So step number 5 is to find out the best way that you make videos. So some people like to write essays during their videos, and then they like to present their video in essay format. That probably is very engaging and very informative. Some people like me like to write bullet points and then wing it from there on. People, you know, they like to have a certain lighting, they like to be stood in a certain way, and you really have to figure out what works best for you. What are you more comfortable with? And really this ties into the step number 2 in practice, because you'll find out how comfortable you are in what settings, and you can adjust them accordingly. Sometimes, you know, some people are more comfortable sitting down, some people are more comfortable in low lighting, so you just have to figure out what works for you. I mean, some people like to be intimately close with the camera. I find my sunscreen's a little too caked on for that. So I like to, like, you know, get right here where you can kind of see my face, but then I'm not too far away where the microphone might be a little shitty. So yeah, just have fun with it. It's just really a learning opportunity. And I mean, right now I'm trying to focus on talking to the camera, because I cannot be the person who, like, I tried this earlier. I tried to turn my camera around so that I would only look at the camera and I wouldn't be able to see myself. But then I ended up not being, the camera wasn't turned the right way itself. So it was taking a picture of the outside, and I was like, fuck that shit. I will just take vanity glances at myself the entire video, and I will just fucking do that. I don't care. There were so many bloopers in that video that I actually forgot to film an outro or any kind of like conclusion. It literally just ended at tip number 5. So yeah, I guess tip number 6 is maybe learn the basic structure of how to make a video, you know, the intro, and then the story, and then the outro, so that, you know, you just don't end in the middle of your video. Yeah, so tip number 6, extra tip. Hopefully this helps. And yeah, this is a pretty short video. There's a lot of bloopers. I need some panic juice. Sit on your, or stand on. This is so awkward. I don't even know what I was talking about. What is it, like step 4 now? Step 1? Okay. Step 2, other than our one subscriber, my mom. This is gonna be so much editing. I've got a lot of editing to do, and it's a whole lot of garbage.